abusia yemo bibi akwaba emfabra mega TV and platform we eso say MPP amanyuko mu in fact heat no eso yina yenim ensema ekoso after say omudi entwo omukọ radio so a na omo be blame party ni blame omo nso blame candidate ni so blame na omo susu se ampa entworu omudi ye no eyo momodi mobi a o se nka na ombo a omo ammo na omo adi ntwo eno enam so na ema oba me ba ko a yefe no Honorable Sarah Adwoa Sarfo anankane oye the member of parliament edema domiko abenya me constituency mami kiremu a entwo mudi ye nyina how MPP aban performing badly with Ghanaians and I said to Ghanaians the way MPP for about bontin a dragon the disciplinary committee and omo chen say mami and somehow can ugu ye party ho fi yenko na yenkoti empraye so MP how was air canning any how a punishment this Adwoa Sarfo is likely to receive from the disciplinary committee after so be meet your mono yenti ensem no emfa best was say obi like na wa share na fro enye bia hwe yankopon koso a enhira
do na fe no OPK empraye so MP na person na ntwetwe nkomo because of enyoma bi asi wo MPP mu na de tiene se ye maame Adwoa Sarfo asase kasa eya obibri o kire de ma party lusu ye enkonkonsan kofo etwa fa no ho kan sem basa o asase kasa no yura JFK de nkrata babontin se eye MPP for no mo bia kan sem ni bibri wo emframam sa asa yesi ntoma ewo abontin dodo ha adwen na Hon nsem ne baaye no ade abufo bibri aba na ena yakata basa katara I still cannot confirm because me share JFK ne wo ho a me share den hu krata second krata na e kire se ya punish Adwoa Sarfo but e baaye no Honorable Davis Ansa Opoku OPK Imprayeso MP ranking member Public Accounts Committee of Parliament ono nso edna no atum e kire nsem na e koso no enti mamema opanyi akwaba Honorable good morning.
Good morning, Nana.
Ajo bibi aboko.
Yes, what do more? You did so somewhere.
Yeah, so ye pa monso ye djuma obo ewo parliament in prayer so.
Me that's very.
Before say be call MPP asem nim, I'm sure say bia one hu dey fly Kumasi KJT edum ho ba bi stores ni bi achia na the anger ni e hwe ni say fire tender is still a challenge and around it through enye all the governments in Inina, no Debiana fire tenders in Ijafo na fire for Baument me and Dumno. But I mean, shed down to a parliament, mood debate on that. The issue of fire tender, no, I know Murefiana.
I think it's an issue. You know, I have not really seen, been to parliament, a discussion on fire. About and it's good sir. We talk about it. They didn't kind mame nyama ashina is yako a right word to use?
Yeah.
Momina yako ewo adia to womo obi asheda odia hwene ma school ade yako university ene niam nyina basis amre sa bibisa to omo a more rem na it's important say we commensurate with them and appeal to government say immediately no that omumra to omo egg ejashishie in marketplaces enya adia aces here adia etokoso de bia. In fact, during the dry seasons, you know, in my constituency, I had cause to also experiencing among for dance shit, among for shit, among for Japadi say. Now, what the biggest challenge has been the response rate of the Ghana Fire Service. At the beginning of this year, one of the few things I did was that the command fire service for to support the fuel because OTA the fuel the fire service for while be to mu say anya dia so ni na who be here say we do something about it. So we cannot say yeah trauma be BSc and sana we begin to raise concerns. Intimidation for bringing this to my attention, and I can assure you, sir, Nyamia Dumoa, and now next week, any opportunity we get, we'll discuss this matter. I mean, how fire service units are treated in this country. Wrong. Even equipment, problematic. Amuni Akadia, and some of the videos from Kumasi. Utumun say Jano, and it's difficult for people to arrest the fire. It's a problem.
That's it. Sir, we'll be taking action. I trust you, and I know what you can do. Make sure I was hard there, no, not intimate and solving. Now, Yembra MPP.
Yeah.
Yeah, what 3rd month, enche. Next, everyone said 3 months in Nina MPP. Ghana for say Yempemo because Maswording.
I know can't sound my ear, sir.
But also,
oh, can't sound my ear, yeah.
Some young can view Craminian, we must have sent us to Mecania. Now, Nina, they say, Mori, no so no. Nkofo kasa ehyaase yewra waunia Eugene entry ehyaase edibitu mu a ye wo ho anaba akodi bi atum we si we na ma we ye na Ashanti region omunso akakofo mu di aba na ye twen makokoi say current one eye waunia ba Adwoa Sarfo ene ensema aba ne de okeka ene a lot of revelations GFK atruchu bibi me pese me busa from that time I be pim neno. Still na no munti mo ho asese mawe entina mugusu e kasa sa na se de akui who as a member of parliament who ni say.
Well, Sabio, I must say success has so many friends. We don't go about finding fault, but of course, that period now Obia wants a voice to get, and so it's understandable. And you see, in a democratic nation, giving people an opportunity to air their views, is so critical in sustaining the stability of any group. It could be a similar now. Or the amount for Casa Boisha or more. The next moment, Obehununa could guitar a seat. And that is the essence of radio stations in Ghana. And a Pamo BMO radio. Now will be a friend. Now I'm MP and I'm a DC and I say the same. You give the person an opportunity to express himself. So the radio serves as a valve where the person goes or beckoning and I gonna say Hano or beckoning Sebeya, among for being near okay, yeah, Bunani free. And so that is the essence of giving people an opportunity to express themselves. But of course, we need to do it in a very contained manner. And in the wisdom of the party, more power, Professor Michael Quick Committee, say, on Konoya Shemu, now on Fambe to amount for him as to reasons why the party lost the 2024 general election. But for there are people also speaking. In fact, in Ashanti region, the whole region set up a whole committee to investigate why we lost. And leadership of the Ashanti region in Parliament, in Ashanti MPP in Ashanti region, they are members of the National Council. Woman, I got to take decisions here, my Professor Michael Kwe. And yen we and also be on Fifi Moon and report number to Ghana or be a council. And so, if even those who have flouted the very rules are more establishing are not being punished, Why would you punish somebody who is also speaking from a personal point of view? I think, sir, we are not being fair to Adasafo. And I pray the party decision and I say the party directive is wrong. Other than that, I'm not saying Injai will be an Canadian. Now will be an Chenagene, or near my ecosum. And yet it is wrong. And yes, I need to cool. Everybody must do things in an orderly manner. But here, yeah, if you are pushing people, punish everybody. If you want to act off or no. Don't be selective. Don't go and select weaker brethren and say, we move there. I'll punish them. If you do that, it shows weak leadership. So if you punish everybody. Don't punish just one person. And say because of a glass of one, they didn't get the you can take a decision again.
Interesting. And I'm telling you, wow, social media na also the one who atum na one who the atum ni na and then for the sake of me listeners, no, my main kind SF kakra na fi me musa say bia wa na atro ya. Or say Adwoa Sarfo is speaking in the 8th Parliament, but they are making kan bibia yesu say free MP OPK ho. Tim pese me reading na me busa say on netro ya na. I say in the 8th Parliament, no MP endured more criticism than you. That is Adwoa Sarfo. Many of us, myself included, judge you harshly. We blame you for actions and inactions that we believe are dire consequences for our party. But today, with reflection, I say we are sorry. We were sorry. I went on radio and attacked you, not knowing the full weight of what you were going through as a mother and as a person. Many who later came to understand your story regret how we treated you. To our party leadership, I say this: let us be sensitive. Many have spoken freely within the party without being summoned. So why should Adwoa's voice be treated differently? Leadership must not see this as an opportunity for punishment, but as a call for engagement. Instead of coercion, we must seek understanding. Instead of alienation, we must draw closer. So does not trust the Prof. She does not trust Prof. Okwe's committee for obvious reasons, and that concern must be respected. If we are a family, we must provide an avenue for her to air her concern, not push her into the corner. This is a moment for reflection, not retribution. Let's handle this with the care, wisdom, and unity our party dearly needs. Let's be better. Let's do better. The tough thing in our tie, the Akenkaya now, say, Adwoa Sarfo no. First of all, ono kra na oka ho MP such as omudi gu Adwoa Sarfo so ekeka bi kire na but the kire no otena se hu se enioma okom no obepa achew eka se awanye ne ye na sisi wo hu se o sha se ka se leader se umia na no na se be punish no o se enioma bi wo ho a enhyeda nkoye ono bo mpacho sa de if you nchen na efru nchen na wo pa kire sen
oh efru nchen na sabio minia onumze meno December bechire magre na etoda madwenkyere no nyen na ene right asemi by radio station for be frame ma mechire magre on Adwoa Sarfo Hon Sarah at a point crown I described there as a tremote ene yenisa na on hindsight I have come to respect decisions Adwoa Sarfo take here. I mean, any decision another party need there. Certainly not there because we share the way another parliament you hang. We share the way na you hear obia to be on board to go through that turmoil. No, you needed every member to be present and people sacrifice. I know MPs are 3 days they had to be brought down to come and vote on decisions. In fact, at the point prior, Baswa, Minka Bushia for you and Pie Baba take a decision. Baswa, you know. Myself and Honorable Brian I champion how to drive to his house to find out his whereabouts. Honorable, no, Sena, Wepra, Ama Edinako to Lekma Hospital. We made arrangements for him to be moved to some hospitals in Accra Central. So those are the sacrifices that people have made in that parliament. Sometimes we have to go beyond the honorable to do things just to save the party. That time, say okay, obi actually no longer cry, and my kayak. Of course, your ma na say obaya na oba critical condition. Then also responded to Omba. I think we all must be considerate and compassionate in that instance, and accept the fact that we're harsh on our sister, and it's important that we allow our space to get agreements. Of course, some of the things now all canon, and I pay my friend, I want to tell her to tone down on the radio interviews, but that does not mean that you're all it's not within her right to go it. Even if we are a party and we have rules, people should not break the rules. Those who set up committees to investigate our laws in Ashanti, when we have a committee that is working, when the party issued a statement saying nobody should go and conduct any research, and they go and conduct their own research, people are not punished. How much more Obia, as a minister, Nana Akufo-Addo government, and NPP, but it was born out of NPP. The government of Akufo-Addo is not the same as the NPP entity. It's I just have to somewhere I see during Akufo-Addo government, school feed in any amount. These are state matters. And if they are criminal in nature, it has to be investigated. It does not mean that we should gag her and we should not allow her to speak her mind. That is wrong. It's a wrong practice. It is undemocratic, and we need to embrace everybody and accept the fact that Obi Woyao now you are approaching a person. Don't just give up the person and say it's a corporation because we are class of this.
Dear party, because Yamso dear say be a dear swat to phone kakra. The Adwoa Sarfo no only party for ni bi omubu for amu executive na omususu say party no ye nkrofo say baby aduri ankeka bi ankyere mpanyufo na wanhwe amode sa na asemo ansua de because momo MPP fo yi mayam ho akrachefo ye kahwea muntie first of all mo wo mu nyina mo wo aban mu ye ka mo say de besi bi ansi mo mfa mo saa na mo ka kire saa mo ni in fact Nana Akufo-Addo kra de nkofo dodo na ase ne ho ahi kra no de tuti abawomia mo amunim se problem na ewo na muntimi nka na obi kanso a ase obi anim but mo mpeso obeka nje se ho anenka say ebeye den me wan so party
nana obi e kasa but obi e kasa but kasa na e kasa no party na tia ko bi se ya mfa ne nsam ko dan abadwako no o kasa o radio so no nkyese kasa ananse one kasa o radio so no nkyese won kasa me a committee came to my constituency led by Kosabet Nyamenya, former Bendulu MP, and one other person. Omba me ho. Omba me name constituency for Obia Chile Nagne, the MPA officer ye, the MCA officer ye, the Sumesi officer ye. Oyina Obia Chile Nagne. Now, no Chese and Kasai, Yakasa, and I'm sure say to be contained in the report. Sort of here. Speaking on radio will not add up to the report or almost prepared. So that's my caution to party members. Say we all must be circumspect in our approach. You don't need to come on radio and be seen to be heard. If you want to be heard, there's a committee that has been established. But that said, Adwoa Sarfo and Professor Michael Kwe and Dominic Abenyaho of course, she may be hurt, and that's why she's speaking like the way she is doing. So, and I mean, for every rule, there may be exceptions. You approach her, because I know that the committee earlier this week met with former members of parliament. Almost woman knows what led to her defeat and so, if she feels that she cannot appear before the committee, I think we have a responsibility to find out from her what their concerns are and how the report can be captured in a greater moving forward approach of the party. Mind you, say, Professor Mankokwe report no via it will be subject to the National Council for the National Council to accept. And the white paper
honorable respectfully, see, this is where the Dodonan Sunimunya problem.
Yeah.
Modi aden be kwa kwhye nkrata mu afi wono mutoma mu no mpeso mutie de ekoso no na akwa say oh e won nkrata mu na yesua ba nipa na wa bonten no a wo mutoma mu ne say at least ye pese ye te say obi ka bibi enyoma na ye ntimi ka obi ka na mo yie na mo de kwhye buku mu a ye mu send de betimi akenkan
nana you gotten it wrong nipa na eto abama na omo wan sem o mbeso omo kana eno ntimi ya committee call rounds na omo ni committee members akasa na committee ni nsensem omo call rounds no eye amanfo ehi asem niema hankofo no eno na committee no etie enti committee no eye on enjuma wie na omo de omo recommendations ba bontia. The recommendations will be that of what the people want the party to do. And so it may lead to reforms in the party. Maybe a delegate system, because that is what the Ghanaian people are asking for. You don't need to see the report. What you need to do is to implement what the people said to you. So, unless, Nana, you want the report to come and sit on the radio.
No,
because
I marry because marry because the honest truth say say in terms of the sample size, ebia enye NPP phone ni ebia mbeta kwa akosia delegates ni other key party officials
it's an appreciation. It's how the Ghanaian people think. I mean, they will tell you, say, everywhere they have gone to, the messages that came from Imprice were the same in Inshiaiso. The messages that came from Inshiaiso were the same in Benduri. The messages from Benduri were the same in Odododo. People are speaking one language. And once we get to understand that language, we change our dancing style to meet their tune. That is the essence of forming a political party. You form party to serve the people. And so if the people tell you, say any, you have no right, you have no other to decide than to listen to what the people are saying.
Okay, Mamimbusa wan kasa. Dientine mamo we.
Makachira Professor Mankokwe committee.
Me pese mi ameti free ho kakra. Dientine ma ode ba ko pe mamo we.
Because you say nana na ya madamfu. Intimini ano ntino. Entina ya. And the Bian can't support some Mankokwe committee, and Tinamabawa man and pay. So,
weekend, the dear foot on Alabama NPP for Mukmasi.
Oh, the mechanic say, I mean, at the end of the day, it's for the good of our party and for the betterment of Ghana. Ghana bekonenim NPP na NPP and na memepe na it means that when we put our acts together we will win together and form government in the near future.
Insha 104.5 honorable that's it Rebecca say what all right OPK Davis Opoku Imprice MP and obtaining Kano and any nitrogen and common on this very subject.
Yes, at long last, MPP amanyɔkuo no is in the jeopardy. In fact, MPP amanyɔkuo no, it is in crisis. Ɔmo wɔ ahohiahia papapapapapapapapa. Sɛ yɛka sɛ party bi wɔ ahohiahia mu a, sɛ MPP party no, ɛyɛ that kind of party a ɛwɔ ahohiahia mu. Yes, that party no, ɛyɛ MPP. Na mususu sɛ saa nneɛma wei a ɛkɔ so, kakra a yɛatwe wei ɛde ne kɔ disciplinary committee, kakra a wei akɔ kasa yɛde ne kɔ ha, kakra a wei ayɛ sei yɛde ne kɔ ha no. Is it good for the party? Yɛbisa wo, party a wakɔ opposition, party a wobɛdii Ghana so, na deɛ ɛwɔ sɛ woyɛ woanya mfa ma ɔman no, na Ghanafoɔ abu afu na ɔmo de mo akɔ opposition. Na opposition na mowɔ no, monsua biribiara sɛ mo ankasa mo ho mobɛsi mo ntoma fi ɛde agu abɔnten. Na after that no, moasan akyekyekye mo ho awe. Is it good for the party? In fact, MPP amanyɔkuo, the leadership of the party no, afeli ɔmo. Leadership of MPP amanyɔkuo no, afeli party ni papapapapapa. From Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, bere a na ɔyɛ mo mpanyin ɛso, ɛba ebesi Muhammadu Bawumia ɛso, ɛba ebesi the national organizers, national secretary, national chairman, national organizer, youth organizer, general secretary said the Bikaino, and the other regional executives binom, and come down to district executives. Afeli party no, especially the regional executives and the national executives. Omo say party no. Eye den NPP abedru at this time. Eye den NPP abedru sambrewe. Ade na siye. Ade na baye ene mo MPP samre asromufi anjo amakrama enya dabre. Sarah Adwoa Sarfo ene mitinu subi. Omu kyeremu a MPP mpanyinfo ekopie honom a omo elock ni gate so omo mama amini mpie. Anye saa bombo de beto abonten no enye bombo ketwa. I mean ensem obeka no. Okay. So can the MPP lose election we are Ghana would turn upside down, which means mami we will secret be, which means mami we will secret be. Yes, you know that. Which means mami we will send you baby. Our energy says so be jena obey ya to say bam 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 bam. She's not the only person. She means a bonsu in Mpurumha and an all grant interviews. Some man or can be yet. By the demeanor, anyhow, I know she can intino, and people will. The name say favoritism, say nepotism, say tribalism, say denism, and people form. Say, wa a Sarah Adwoa Sarfo dear. A shall say so, no so son or coroner, no so be can be. Or shall say a son sim be a cause or no so be cabino. Enemies are getting involved. Enemies are what? Misinforming people. Enemies are what? Using her nhyiaeɛ so MP nhyiaeɛ so MP Stephen Amwa Sticker yɛnti kuroma ɛna ɔsi sɛ chairman Sabunzu anaasɛ MPP mpanyinfoɔ bi yɛ report na ɔmo ka sɛ ɔmo bɔ nhyiaeɛ so wɔ mmerɛko a ɔmo baeɛ a ɔno wampam ɔmo na ɔmo state na ɔmo report nim sɛ ɔmo kɔ nhyiaeɛ so na ɛyɛ ɔnabo Sticker prevent ɔmo nti ɔmo anyɛ any research biara no ɔka ne direct sɛ ɔmo amma abɔnten a mɛka no kɔra a ɔno nsɛm a ɔbɛka gyentia mu NPP lose elections no ɔbɛka ne nyinaa yɛte sɛ obi frɛ nhyiaeɛ so MP sɛ yɛ ma punishment general secretary obi frɛ no sɛ kɔ disciplinary committee na kɔ kyerɛkyerɛ mu mote saa nsɛ no bi ɛsi dɛn na Honorable Sarah Adwoa Sarfo nko adeɛ ebie n'ano sɛ ɔkɔka bia onya party mpanyinfoɔ ɛma mo twerɛ ne letter ɛka sɛ ɔnkɔ disciplinary committee mesi Adwoa Sarfo ɔmo ani sa no and MPP fo susu sɛ seat no mu lusu no ɔdɔmɛkɔ abenya no ɛyɛ Sarah Adwoa Sarfo ɛna ɛkɔ so yɛ mo na mo anya mo nneɛma yi o because Sarah Adwoa Sarfo ɔkɔyɛ MP no a na ɔte TikTok wɔ US no sɛ muhu nyansa aka bibi kyerɛ no ɛma ne baeɛ a ɛkanye ni sɛ ɛne party no NDC fo agye seat no wɔ dɔmɛkɔ abenya hɔ for the first time no nka ɛnyɛ den ɛnsi anya afei a maame no waba awie a makɔ primaries a Michael Okoye Junior wɔteki na Okoye di party na kɔ akono a malusu a still na muntimi blame Okoye no ambassador Okoye sɛ ɔno na ɔsɛ party no you can blame him no God is spade it MPP manyuku at this stage no Kevin Taylor kayomwa party no it is likely to collapse the media metie bi mompa ese party ni go because we don't want one party system in this country you benya kwanka party no nka yewo parties be for am bi etimi ba ban mu nka MPP call opposition ni other strong two parties hono mo so betimi likely to come to power nka ye eka oman ni beko nanim eka oman ni begina ne nan so but akoye MPP NDC enti se eye saa na se koye party system ba ko ebeye reliable se ya na ebeko enti ye pa de ebeye ye pa ye nge enti one party system there let us not pray se beba so nyesa oman no ebe say completely enti abushafo obi nto MPP fo decision bi omo take no at this time enye party amu opposition enye se nneema bi ana mo soso enye se nneema bi amu ewose ba na nka mako Ghana for ho emako state the reasons why se Ghana for santo obama mu bio mama medi o mind so after 8 good years of buka de say useless things no enka monya some reasons bi at this time then mun dwiwe na monenam na mo nkasa mo nkrofo na mo bite om emwa Sarah Adwoa Sarfo obi a wasom party ni pen obon homaden iti den na akofa aba ama ene mo twena se na abasai mo hu se sebi enye den a party no wabɔ ho bra iti bibi wo hono ma mo nka mo njai ya toilet ye panishe ye kɔ disciplinary committee ye gu n'ani mase ne da ɛma nipa no ne bufu na sɛ ne ye sɔre na sɛ Sarah Adwoa Sarfo toilet ka sɛ party MPP no oni ni hwi kan bi wa ɛno nso mo bɛkɔ so atwene de na kɔ disciplinary committee sɛ identity of the party no mana eti ye ka asɛm akyerɛ obanyansafo anya na montenten yakopɔ nhyira wo me ma me royɛ bi akofa na minim TV series aba no yi na yenko hwe bi ɛyɛ Royal B TV episode 1 na biduro Iti misira mo kwa na subscribe na wa like na wa share na bibia etimi akoso. Mami Royal B Nyankopon hyira for a very nice production. Movie ni ejina so kama pa wo actors na wo actresses so obubo adwuma. Mami Cheba Nyankopon hyira wo United States of America, New York. Mami Nyankopon nyɛ okɛseɛ. Obi bia hwɛ Mega TV Nyankopon hyira wo. Makro bibia. Bye bye.